You are now tuned into the DFPN, the Dat Feeling Podcast Network.
Salute Podcast. You're always in the service of drink. Salute Podcast. You're always in the service of drink. Salute. Salute Podcast. What's up? What they do? Welcome to another episode of the Salute Podcast. I am your boy, retired Chief Master Sergeant Pat Wilcox, aka Hip Hop Chief, aka Conscious Rhyme the Group Purgatory. The Salute Podcast is always in the service of dreamers, and we showcase the talents of all current and prior military members in the elements of hip hop. So if you can rap fresh, those for you. Hey, so we here again. You know, I brought the boys up. You know, it's of the Salute Podcast. Lots been going on in our world, and I want to be able to talk about it. So I brought my friends in here, the Dat Feeling crew. You know, all my compadres, so we can talk about it. We'll have some more popping in here, and you know, probably a little bit too. But I want to really just talk about, you know, what's been happening in the world here, man. And we had a couple of shootings. We had one today. And so we had a shooting last week, very violent shooting, man, and we'll get into that, man. And just, you know, we want to, you know, send the condolences out to the families and those who lost their lives, those who got hurt. Our prayers are with y'all, but we just wanted to have a forum, man, to talk about it. So I asked a couple questions. I got some on my mind, and you know, and we'll get with these dudes and see what their thoughts are. So before we do that, let's jump into these sponsors real quick. Let's get them popping. All right. So the first sponsor up is the Plug's earbuds. I got some. I like them. Think they're good. So yeah, you should try them out. I'm telling you, you like them. So the Plug's earbuds at www.gettheplugs.com. Enter the code DFPN10 for a 10% discount. Next up is Audio Swim at www.audioswim.com. And we got Premier Element UAE. Shout out to my man Shorty Pimp, 305 Day County. You know how we do. At www.premierelement.com. Next up is Patreon. DFPN Patreon at www.patreon.com/Dat Feeling Podcast. Just $2. You hear all of this stuff that you hearing tonight and all the other podcasts that we've done and the ones we're going to do in the future. You hear them all with advertisement free. So like I said, my man Black sitting down at the bottom down there, he won't be coming in talking, disturbing the peace. You know, we want to, so we want to hear these podcasts without Black. We love him, but without him, it's okay. So yeah. So next up is merch, man. DFPN merch is available at Teesprings. Go to www.teesprings.com and search Dat Feeling Podcast and get your merch. So as usual, I pop mine out, and then you go right there. That's your merch right there, and there's the merch right there. And of course, I talk about the cups. I like my cup. There it is. I like my cup. You know what I mean? I do use my cup. It is. I got my cup. So, but I'm gonna do some shameless plugs tonight because I do have an album dropping soon, and I got a single dropping tomorrow. So, wait. Let me fix something real quick. I gotta get my thing moving here.
On to premiere the video, bro.
Yeah.
I thought about premiering the video. I was like, you know what? I got it. You know what I'm saying? I thought about it the last minute, though. Let me be honest with you. I didn't think about it until like the very last minute.
Hey, we still got time, bro. It could still happen.
Man, let folks see that thing.
Yeah, you know, so I might do that. You know what I'm saying? I might. Hey, I don't know how fast Black get it up there.
Hey, management has approved. Send the video.
There you go.
Hold up. Get my thing working here real quick. Tap to lock. Unlock. There it is. Rolling yet? Nope. Tap to unlock. There we go. Now I'm moving. So now I can do my shameless plug. I had to get my thing working. So, okay, there we go. Now we can do the shameless plug. Go up and down and move.
There you go.
It's moving with me. All right, there we go. So my shameless plug. Tomorrow the parade drops at 7 p.m. 7 a.m. in the morning. It was filmed by my man right here at the bottom, MRK. SX, and it is dope. I'm gonna say that. You know what I mean? I think we're doing this podcast tonight is befitting of what we're gonna do, what you're gonna hear tomorrow. So we, again, we'll talk a little bit about George Floyd as well. But tomorrow marks the 1 year anniversary of the murder of George Floyd. Murdered the man at the same time that that this was popping. But I get the we might drop it tonight. I don't know. We'll see. We have to see. Might surprise.
So look at that thing.
Hey, Black, you want to play it,
man?
Man, I told you, management approved. Send it.
I'll let you. You know what I'm saying? I think I got the link in here. We might do it.
Miss out. They just miss out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
They missed out there. Hey, I'm gonna forward you. I ain't going to forward you the doggone the link that Mark sent me. And we can do that.
Dropbox.
My man, we're gonna drop it, huh? It's gonna be in the Dropbox.
Yeah.
Let me send it to you real quick, and then you can get to it. We can make it happen. That's something we can do tonight. Look forward to you right now. More. Black. All right, Black, you got it. So if you want to get it up there, make it happen. But that's what's going to happen tomorrow. So, what I want to do is I got a little promotion going on. So like I said, shameless plug is I'm giving away these t-shirts. So the first 10 people that support this by streaming, on your major streaming networks or purchase on your major streaming network, I'm giving these t-shirts away for free right here. My Pray t-shirt right there. In the back, got my logo right there. I got them in different colors, got them in black. Yep, my man got his right there.
You might as well send me my shirt. 2X, bro. 2X.
Yes, sir. 2X. Yeah. Double X. Hey, we the double X posse. Hey, man, we the double X posse.
Yep. Bro.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sit on down.
Yeah, they'll dial in. I don't know what the hell he called. He just might as well come on in. I don't know what he want, but hey, he'll figure it out. But anyway, yeah, man. So yeah, I'm giving them. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving away first 5 people that stream it, purchase it. I'm giving away the cover art, t-shirt. That's gonna be dope. I'm still getting them all pressed up. If you seen my cover art, got t-shirts made with that. So the first 5, I'm getting they go out right there. There you go. So cover art. And we live, man. So I'm bringing you in. But anyway, so that's what we're doing, man. So I'm excited about it tomorrow, man. I think it's a dope song. If we get it up here tonight, you're gonna hear it tonight. But it's a dope song, man. It means something. It stands for something. If you know my name, Conscious Rhyme, what it's about, and why I move the way I move, I speak the truth. I always speak the truth. I'm always gonna do that. I've been doing that since I've been rhyming. I ain't never rhymed.
Man, up in that thing too.
Yeah, I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? He in there. You know what I'm saying? He doing this thing. Of course, where I go, he go. So yeah, man, I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna be a good thing. I can't wait for y'all to see the video. That's my shameless plug for the night. But yo, if you want one of these free t-shirts, like I said, drop me. Want to be the first to get one of these t-shirts? First 10, hit me up. Conscious Rhyme, Instagram, Conscious Rhyme, Facebook. Hit me in my DM. There you go. My other shameless plug is I want y'all to try to guess where y'all gonna see this hat. You know what I'm saying? What video this hat will be in. Y'all guess that. First 2 guess that. I'm gonna give y'all my album for free when I drop it. Oh, and I will be dropping that album on my mother's birthday. September 11th.
Nice.
So I'll be dropping the album on her, and I changed the name. It was 48. I changed it to Jackie's son. So You know, my mother.
Nice.
So
Nice.
you would like that, and that's what it's all about. So I ain't gonna talk y'all heads off about me. Y'all, we get this video here. Y'all check that video out. We'll do it. My man MRKSX hooked it up. I'm just telling y'all it's the truth. I produced it. I'm rhyming in it. My family in it. Everybody in it. I love the video. It's the truth, right? So without further ado, let me get this off of here, man. Let's get into what we got to get into, man. Yeah, we had some conversations and talk. So a little background on what just happened. A young man, I think he drove what Smitty said. We looked up about 200 miles from his hometown, little town in New York. I don't know if y'all know much about upstate New York. Upstate New York a little different. Just gonna tell you right now. The more upstate New York you get, a little different. He drove 200 miles to his location. He had body armor on. He went there looking to hurt African American, black folk. He went there to put a gun in them, and he did succeed. He went there with his body armor on. He had a gun in his rifle. It said "nigga." It was on there, scribbled on his rifle. It said "nigga." He used expletives. That's the word I'm looking for, to describe and talk about the people that he came in contact with. He started shooting in the parking lot. This young man, 18 years old, filled with hate, killed 10 people, injured a bunch of other ones. He killed a retired police officer while he was there. He shot at him, bounced off of him. He didn't care. People hid all everywhere. You know, and it's funny, not funny, but I can remember when we got robbed several times when I worked at Winn-Dixie, and I remember hiding out. The first place we think to go is hiding them coolers. But I got in that cooler so fast, dudes walking there, robbed 2 times at Winn-Dixie when I worked there. Man, dude walking there with submachine guns. I was like, I'm out. I beeline to that doggone cooler, lock that door. I was in there frozen. I could have got frostbit in there, but I didn't care. I'm gonna be cold. I'm frostbit, but I'm gonna live. I might lose a finger, but I'm gonna live tonight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Yeah, at least 2 times, about 3 times they robbed me when I was working there, man. But yeah, man, he was hiding in the coolers, man. They just doing, just trying to survive. What got me was I read one part on it. Walked up and he saw some Caucasian people other cashiers hiding, and he went to them. He got ready to shoot them, and he stopped and he said, "My bad, I apologize," and then shoot him. And walked off and went and started shooting other African American men. So it's just rough, man. And so I want to talk about that today, and just kind of talk with these dudes and see where our heads at and where we going. I guess my first question, and we gonna play it by ear, what we talk about, how long we talk about stuff like this, man. But that's my first. What you think? Just get somebody's mind to think that's okay to put on body and just go somewhere and target people who have done nothing to them just because of the color of their skin. Well, what do y'all think? It just drive something. I know it's a lot of hate, but it's gotta be something else deep rooted. Not just I know hate, but it seems like it's more something else deep rooted in that, man. So that's my first question to y'all, man. My panel, my people. First off, I forgot to introduce my man Smitty. My man, Black Mac right there. My man Op Solo. My man MRKSX. So yeah, man. Whoever want to take the hit at that, you know what I mean. You got to raise your hand. Just have at it, man. Whoever want to jump on
that. I'll jump in there real quick. Like we talked about a little bit before we got up here. Like you said. You say like you don't know why, and this, how it's more than that. We as a people, we as Black people, and we all know that it's definitely many white people or people who don't look like us that have a real good heart and they love people. But I think with this happening, because it's nothing new, but I think it really shows that the teachings of white supremacy and racism is truly no joke. it's been like, if you could tell somebody for, like they say, if you do something for 3 weeks straight, it becomes a habit. Now imagine telling somebody, these teachings about you're better than them and they're the scum of the earth for hundreds of years. And the thing we have to always remember is, at the same time that we as black people over the hundreds of years have been told true stories by our ancestors, our grandmothers, great grandmothers, about the atrocities that we went through. At the same time, these white people who turn out like they turn out have been told the opposite. They say stuff like, well, these black men were running around raping white women, and they was doing this, and they was causing havoc. They don't tell them the truth. So so I guess for me, per se, my opinion, to answer that question, when they come in there and they say, oh, I'm sorry, my bad, I didn't mean to put the gun on you. Most likely, that person that they walked away from, it's a better chance of that white person killing that white dude than it would be one of us. But he's been taught, and he truly, truly believes that we are the worst. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still definitely, it's got to be, everybody ain't the same, but the insane thinking that, that these guys are wired to love. It's a whole bunch of them. They man, it was easy for them. Like, in his mind, he was doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it.
Well, what else somebody think? Somebody else jump in there.
I think, Pat, he got a lot to do with fear. The hatred, to me, the hatred is a byproduct of the fear. I mean, we really don't have to get into it. He told you why he did it. He told you what he gave us. What they call that? I can't read it.
It's a manifesto.
Yeah, he gave his manifesto. Paraphrasing some of the things from his manifesto, he basically told you why he was doing it. He doing it because of the fear of extinction of the white race. That's what he said. That's what he said, paraphrasing in his manifesto. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me let y'all to give you some of the mind, to tap into some of the mindset of what he said. Okay. 2020, 2021, United States been given census since 1790. You know what happened in 2020, 2021? This was the first time since the birth of the census, birth of this nation, where the Caucasian race, non-Hispanic, has fell below 60%. 57.1. And 2042, that was projections that was made at the constant rate of birth rates, abortion rates, fertility rates. Within 2040, that's less than 20 years, another generation, the Caucasian non-Hispanic will no longer be the numerical majority, right? You know who be the numerical majority? People of color.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things you see from individuals like this, they're very calculated in what they do. They're very calculated in what they say. I don't really even have to add on to nothing what he said. Just more so give some why he do what he do. It's fear. It's fear. When you think about it, let's take a convention everybody understands and are familiar with. High school, right? High school. What happened in high school when all the jocks that's been there 3-4 years, what happens with them in their power? What they don't tell you, and what they don't share. Sometimes they do, but most of the time they don't. They be afraid. You know why? Because they finna go to college. The power that they had when they was in high school is no longer necessarily going to be there. So there's a lot of fear. Now take that and magnify that over a period of centuries. Mm-hmm. And even go farther than that, because we're just talking about the United States. European colonialism been going on since what? The mid ages. So you have individuals that's not operating in love, they operating in fear, but they looking at the fact, okay, they looking at this across the board. A lot of black people we don't really look at, but a lot of these individuals, they telling you why they doing it. They fear losing their power. He fear in his manifesto. Those was his words. So he look at it like this. Even though black women abortion rates are the highest in the country, even though they represent one of the smaller demographics, we still producing at higher rates. Compared to other races, with the exception of Hispanics. I remember back in the 90s, right? Chicago, early 80s, Chicago, being born and raised in Chicago, we had a certain pride. You know why? Because we was considered to be the second city, meaning we was the second most populous city. But what happened? What happened in the early 19? We became the third city. You know why? Because the population in LA rose. You know why? Immigration was coming in. So LA is now the second city. Fast forward to Philly. Philly used to be the fourth or the fifth most populous city. But guess what happened? You know what city just recently passed Philly within the past couple years? Phoenix. You see an ongoing trend in Phoenix. Why did that population soar? Well, it soared because of the same reasons why the LA County population soared. So these individuals that's filled with hate, they looking at what their ancestors and what their parents taught them, and they actually looking at things that black people, we don't look at. We African Americans, we just don't look at it. Look at the Supreme Court. Right? Look at the Supreme Court. Supreme Court ruling Roe v. Wade. They talking about overturning that. A lot of people are saying because it's women's rights, right?
Yep.
Now just imagine. I want you to put words in my mouth. Would it be if I was a white supremacist, right? Let's play imagine, because I don't want to say things, but I just want y'all to imagine. If I was a white supremacist, and we all know the parent plan, those builders are 70-80% predominantly in African American, Hispanic, minority areas. So just imagine if I was a white supremacist, and I'm seeing that these colored people, black people, Hispanic people, brown people, and I'm seeing these people producing at such high rates. If I was a white supremacist, and I had, let's say, I'm Thanos, I got the six stones, and I can do something without people really just putting credit to me. What would I do? Well, you only need 5 votes to overturn a Supreme Court decision. So what happens when you overturn this? Now you make abortion legal. So when you make abortion legal, guess what's going to happen? The things that were before Roe v. Wade 1973, it turns back. You know who was prior to Roe v. Wade 1973? You want to know who was the most popular demographic? It was at a rate of over 70% of population. So if I wanted to get those numbers back to that, wouldn't that be a logical thing for me to do? Let's just play, like I said, we just imagine it. So we trying to go into the mind of a white supremacist, because you ask, why would somebody do this? Mm-hmm. We say hate, but hate is not the disease. Hate is the symptom. Hate is like when you got COVID, you coughing. That's you just see the symptom. It's something deeper than that. And I say it got a lot to do with fear. Fear of what they've been told. And also some of the fear that they have aligned with science, biology, dominant genes, recessive genes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Like,
I just take them out one by one. We just take them out one by one. You know what I mean? Oh, there's the Caucasian male down. Oh, we don't want him. You good. The guy said, I'm sorry. In the midst of killing people, he said, I'm sorry. You got to think in the mind of a person like that.
like, wow.
You got to think in the mind of a person like that. They not operating in hate.
No, it's strategy.
Something we think African Americans, one of the things that get us, we lost our unity. We used to have that. We lost it. We think checkers. They think I'm saying white supremacist racists. I'm saying them. So I don't want my words to be twisted to say, oh, he talking about white people. No. That's not what I'm saying. We're talking about people like that person who took a gun and killed people. We're talking about individuals like that. So let's be clear.
Exactly.
Let's be clear what we're talking about.
Exactly.
They operate in the mind of fear. They think they finna lose their power. And the thing is, never support that might be true. They're losing their numerical power, their numerical majority. So when they lose their numerical majority, what do you think is going to start happening to some of these laws? What's going to happen to some of these people in Congress? White males make up 33% of the population. However, they make up 65% of the elected figures that we have on the federal level. 65%. So when those numbers go down, what do you think is going to happen?
Change.
Great answer, bro.
That's
Great answer. Great answer.
So what you got, Black?
I think it's exactly what I've said, bro. Like, and he had a great analogy. I got one too. Like, what happens when you feed an animal and that bitch gets bigger than you? What you think is gonna happen to you if it gets angry that you treating it horribly? Right? There's a reaction for every action, bro. So if you keep feeding them,
Black.
you keep feeding them, yep. You seen the dude put his fingers up to the lion cage and get his fingers snatched off. It's cage moves.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Like, eventually it's gonna get sick of your shit, bro. Like, and I think they been figured that out, right? And it goes deeper. It goes deeper than what Op actually said, bro. Like, lifestyles were created to combat the growth. You know what I mean? Like, certain things were made legal in this country that fed directly into stopping the population growth. You know what I mean? I won't go that deep, but it gets deeper than what I put on, bro. But yeah, to target to leave your state, target people. That takes an incredible amount of planning, bro. And I'm at a point where shit don't shock me no more. It just don't. You know what I mean? It just don't. Like, especially if you watch the news, which I don't really do anymore, but like, I know what's coming. It's coming. And I've gotten to a point where I try to look at the agenda behind the news more so than the actual news itself. So when you see things like this and you see Roe v. Wade become a big deal, you see things like that fall off as some of these big events happen. Mind you, there's been tons of news about Roe v. Wade up until about a month ago, right? They had when they had the Buffalo shooting, right? That trailed off. You have another shooting. Odds are you're probably gonna have another one, just so they can cover this shit up, bro. And they're gonna move in silence, so nothing surprises me.
Yep,
it doesn't. It just doesn't. And I hate that I get to a point where I become numb to it because the shit is incredibly tragic. it's tragic. But I'm at a point where I stop focusing on that because it's gonna happen. And I try to look at the background because you know what I'm saying? That shit is the screensaver. The shit going on the operating system is the shit you got to look at. The operating system is still active. Even though that screensaver is there, shit is happening in the background behind that. You got to look at it. That's what I focus on now. I don't even like
the matrix going on in your mind. It's the matrix.
Yeah. It's, something's happening that we're not paying attention to.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Something is happening that we are not paying attention to. So anytime something like that happens, like my heart goes out to the families, of course. You know what I mean? It's sad. Yes. It's horrible. We just had a shooting today. It's horrible. You know what I mean? It's horrible. 20 people are dead right now. And my first thought is, damn, that's sad, but what the fuck else is going on? You know, something's happening somewhere. That this is now national attention. You know what I'm saying? It's now national attention. We got to give it attention. But stuff is happening in the background that we're not paying attention to. That's what I want to know. I want to know what the fuck's happening back there.
Yeah.
If you listen to the trial doing they digging into what kind of what Trump is doing in the background. You hear all kinds of going on. You're like, what was going on? I didn't know.
Bro, we went from Roe v. Wade to Amber Heard and Johnny Depp within the span of 2 hours, bro.
Yep.
Within the span of 2 hours.
Crazy, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask a question. I'm gonna get into that Ukraine stuff, but this in a minute. But I want to know, Mark. You know, he's sitting there quiet. He's taking all this stuff in. So I know.
I'm just listening. I'm just listening to my brothers, man. I appreciate all of the input. You know, I think there's truth in everything everybody said, man. I think I always come from it. Like, to me, it's a humanity issue. Like, you know, we all just guests, man. We come here for a little while. It was people already here when we got here. You know, we hang out for a while, they leave, and then some more people come, and then we leave too. You know what I mean? We just guests, man. We just hang out for a bit, and we do what everybody do, man. We take things way too serious. You know, the easiest thing to be is a victim, and I think that the difference between what that guy did and murdering those people is not much different than, you know, a man over in the Middle East that would strap a bomb to his chest and go blow up people that don't believe what he believes. It's kind of like the same disease, you know what I mean? Is there something wrong, and it's somebody else's fault, you know, and so some head figure or some head idea or system convinces you that your problem is these people, you know, or you know, and that's the problem, is them, you know, the problem is them, and it's not the fact that you're a person that has to take responsibility for yourself, and you know, the fact that you're an awkward kid that nobody give a fuck about is your problem. It's not anybody else's problem. You know, we give the awkward kid video games to play, and you know, the women won't give him no pussy, so we give him porn to watch, and you know what I mean? Like we feed people all of this nonsense, and then they bump into a bunch of other awkward, outlandish people who think the same way, or who have a leader of some sort, you know, and then they get to talking and interacting online with these people, and it's like, oh, you know, I know what the problem is, you know, niggers, you know what I mean? It's like, really? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like he's decided somewhere, yeah, like, oh, I know the problem. The problem is niggers, and how do you solve that? You know, you got to start a race war, you know, or something like that. You know, it's like we've heard all of this before, dude. Like it just, it's like wash, rinse, and repeat, man. You know, it's really, you know, access to gun. They just passed the law in Georgia, man. You don't even need a license, like, to get a gun.
Straight up.
Straight up. Like, they wanna arm people. So, okay. You know what I mean? And so you can go get a gun, and you can be convinced that if you just take these people out, something positive will happen. Something will change. This guy's 18 years old. He's a fucking baby, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like he's a baby. And that's my opinion, man. I just think at the heart of it, people believe that they're victims. And we ride with that shit, and we make categories for it. Democrat, Republican. The Democrats are the victims of the Republicans, and the Republicans are the victims of the Democrats, and the liberals are victims of the. Everybody's a fucking victim of some sort, and it's somebody else's fault. And the fact that they don't think the way you think is dumb, and they're ridiculous, they're stupid, because they don't think what you are, and they should be annihilated. Or, again, bro, like, we just here for a minute. Like, like this shit is like, it's like absurd to me. How we kick up all of this dust. Like nothing that those two guys we talk about wanted to happen is going to happen, right? Like nothing that they were hoping would happen is going to happen. Absolutely nothing. I was in this is going to tie in. I was in Las Vegas, not this weekend, but the past weekend at a festival, right? And so it's 50,000 people out here, right? 4 stages is huge. And I look over to my right and I say, is that the Mandalay Bay Hotel? And somebody says, yes. I said, this is where that dude killed all of those people at a few years ago. The dude that shot out the window and sprayed all of the people at the festival.
Yep.
Like here I am a few years later, right back in the same place. Like life moved on, man. You know what I mean? Like shit moves on, bro. Like it doesn't change. It doesn't, like the earth don't stop for you or your mission or your desire or your, like it don't happen, and no matter how much this shit goes on, there's like, unless we can somehow affect the balance of what happens in the culture, which we can't. Like, I mean, you can't even bring up guns, bro. Like they got it so where you can't even have the conversation. Like you can't even breach the issue. Like you can't. Any type of talk about gun control is immediately seen as you trying to take my guns. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, that escalated fast. You know what I mean? It's like I don't want to take your guns. I'm just saying that everybody probably shouldn't have them. I don't know. Like I don't think that that's too outlandish of a statement to make. I don't think everybody should have them, bro.
Don't say that out loud, boy.
You know what I mean? That's my input, man. My heart aches, bro. Like just for the it aches because this ain't the last time I'm gonna hear this shit, man.
No.
Like there is no magic bullet. There ain't no thing that can be done, right? Like there's no thing. It's a wonder more of this shit doesn't happen. I feel like what I mean, it's no wonder we're not fisticuffs in the streets, what I mean, against each other now. Let the media tell it. Let all of the fears that they espouse, day and night about these things. It's no wonder we're not like what is it, Korea or China? One of those, man, that the politicians go head up, bro. Like they when they making votes and shit like that, like they go head up. Like we actually keep it pretty civil, like America actually, even this kind of shit that happened today is pretty civil, like compared to things that happen in other countries. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I'm off of it, bro. You know what I mean? That's my little input, G, man. You know what I'm saying? RIP to everybody. You dig what I'm saying? Those parents, you know, I think we all have school-age children in our lives. So it's going to hit us a certain way. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to hit us a certain way, bro. Like, it just is. You know, we all got kids or we're around kids that's in grade school. And it just make you hold them tighter, man. It just make you hold them closer, bro. Like, because what the fuck? What can you do, man? You at home, you at work, like what what can you do, man? You look on TV, some nuts going crazy at your kids. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, this shit is ridiculous, man. It's such a tough thing to stomach.
Yeah, man.
You know, and I'm done, G.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna say my piece, but I'm gonna try to answer some of these. We blowing up down here, man. I'm like, man, it's probably about the most I ever had. He upset that Willie, that Mac jumped in there. He said, you know, the history is there. They were outnumbered by Native Americans and slowly dwindled their numbers until they were the majority. So that's from Mac. Another cat. Let me see. I'm gonna throw him out there. Some other guy. This cat named KC Pickett. I don't know who that is. He said, I do not knock lifestyle, but the real way to gain power is to stop growth in certain demographics. Now we've been talking about. Just the latest one just popped up. Doesn't matter what laws they put on the books, it will never stop the criminal element from getting firearms.
That's a true statement.
So yeah,
that's a very true statement.
I'm agreeing with his statement right there. I'm like, damn, that's facts right there. You know, my thing is like this, man. I guess I'm a little deeper thinker, man. I always been that way from when I was shorty, man. You know, I can tell you when I was in my early 20s, I was so deep in my rhymes and what I was saying, I would lose people. So the iteration of conscious rhyme you getting right now is that dude that kind of dumbed it down to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Not a lot, but I was so out there that I was talking about stuff people wasn't even thinking about back then. I always been very, analytical in that. That's why I just embraced the name conscious rhyme. I'm gonna embrace it. You want to run from it? I'm gonna be your partner that speak to you. So in that same vein, I'm like, you know what? I'm about problem and solution. I'm at work, dudes come to me with stuff. This problem, I don't like this. I don't like the saying that the pot in the kitchen is burnt. And I don't like it. So what's your solution to the problem? You don't like that pot? What we gonna do to get a better pot? You know what I'm saying? Give me a solution. You know what I mean? What's kind of scary to me is that there's not people like me when I was 20, 19, 15 years old. They're not young people that's willing to do that's ready and standing up to do something. I don't see it. I see it's, why is there not outrage at some point? Hopefully these young people will see what I'm seeing. What's the outrage instead of we battling having a 70-something-year-old older white guy running the country. And it's just, that's a normal thing. It's not only just normal for everybody else, it's normal for us. You know what I'm saying? We just doing, it just don't, where's the change at? Who's going to be the catalyst for change? What young person is the change? You don't see it in the music. You don't see it in nothing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't in the politics, ain't in nothing. Where's the change going to come from? It got to be some kind of systematic change. It's all this stuff systematic, man. It's all planned out. It's a systematic thing. So to break the system, like you said, you break the matrix. To break all that, it's systematic. Something's got to happen. Something got to happen. It ain't gonna be us. Our generation ain't gonna be the one to solve this. You know what I mean? It's been going on forever. So what the young people about? And I watch them, and it scares me because the young people ain't thinking like, you know what I'm saying? Why do I make the music I make? Because who else gonna fucking do it? Ain't nobody doing it,
bro.
But somebody got to do it,
bro. The same thing you just said, like people before us have said it. At some point, you just got to stop talking about this shit and just go do it.
Do it.
Like no matter what age you are, you gotta just stop talking about it and get off your ass and go do something. Right? Whether it's spreading the message, like we are rappers, right?
Well,
spreading the message through your music, You know what I mean? And be real about the shit. Just don't run from it. You know
No,
what I mean? Tell the absolute truth. You know what I'm saying? Spread the message through your music. If you don't have that talent, whatever talent you have, use it to better your culture, or use your voice to push that issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you may not be talented in any field, but you can get to the marches, the rallies. You know what I'm saying? You can let your voice be heard. Voting is not the option. I hate to sound I hate to sound like a downer here, but voting ain't the option, bro. like
Hey,
like
man.
it ain't.
Hey, bro.
Listen, man, having a firearm is a right.
It is.
Oh,
It is. It's a
it's a
constitutional right.
But it's also a big fucking responsibility that
Right.
requires an enormous amount of maturity on the part of the person that has it, and that's just not a conversation we have. Like, we don't have that conversation where it's like as long as the guns are out there and people have problems, people are gonna want to solve their problems with the guns.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I don't necessarily think like you should be 18 to carry one. Like, motherfucker, you are 2 months removed from being mad about cleaning your room. Why am I going to trust you with holding a firearm? Like,
and so inevitably people are gonna slip through the cracks and do dumb shit. Like,
exactly.
I hear it on the news in Atlanta at least once a month. Kid makes a mistake and shoots sibling. You know, this happens. You know what I'm saying? And it's like an acceptable outcome of, hey, you know, it's the parents' fault, lock them up, or something like that. And you know, people are 3D printing guns now, and it's like we just have to have guns, bro. You know, we have to have them. And some people would say we don't have enough. Some people would say if the teachers were armed, they could have took that dude out faster. You know what I mean? There's an argument for more guns as well. You know, I hate to feel like there really is no answer per se. I think it starts in the home, right? Like, it starts at the crib. Like, it start at the crib. It start with your kids. It start with your friends. It start with, you know, when we get mad, you know, one of your friends, you know, always trying to go to the gun. It's like checking that nigga, like, hey man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know, it's another way. You know, it's like I don't like people to have firearms around me. You know what I mean? It's not my. I feel like they carry a frequency with them. You know what I mean? They carry a frequency with them.
You saw my little nephews out there when we shoot that video. I know you was like, man, hold up.
Like, they carry a frequency. So what happens is I think people get a little more loose with how they function when they got them.
Yeah.
Like, they not as street smart is what I'm saying. Like, they not as, you know what I mean, willing to calm situations down because they have them, you know, and you know, but that's just part of it, right? Like, so I don't want anybody watching this to think that that's where I'm placing, like, the blame is on guns. Like, it's everything. It's everything.
You know, I want to throw in that too, like, from Conscious, Mac, MRK, like, to everybody on the panel, like, and what y'all said, man, like, really deep, and it goes to the heart. But y'all ever think about, like Pat said, like, you know, we need to like, it's systematic. We need to change the system. Mac said, what was that you said, Mac? We need to stop talking about it, and really, and that is real. Everything y'all said is real. Y'all ever think about, like, it's such a machine that's behind keeping the bullshit going. It's such a huge machine that's behind keep. So even when, because it's gotta be a lot of people that want to change these things, but they go like, oh, we're gonna shut this down because I believe totally that in a lot of ways, the criminal element, crime is big business. Crime is big business. So, because think about it, if everybody say, yo, we need to stop and shut this shit down, it's a lot of people ain't gonna get paid. It's like, I think it's a huge machine behind, oh, this is cool to keep this thing going, but it's slowly breaking apart because you have so many people from different walks of life that was on this side. Now it's affecting them. I think Francisco said something about it in the comments about it made the spotlight when it hit Columbine because it affected whites. But when it was popping off in Inglewood and Compton, it ain't no big deal. You know what I'm saying? I think personally it's a big machine behind this that, yo, let's keep this shit going because this is the status quo. But it's slowly falling apart.
I'm glad you said that, because my next question was going to be along them lines. I tell you, I'm going to talk about what's going on in Ukraine. So what you just said, I'm going to get deeper. I'm going to get bigger than that. So all this stuff you see going on in the world, why is it always that we're going to spend a lot of money and we're going to go to a country that look a certain way? I'm going to get with it. Genocide been going on in Uganda, now Ukraine, but Uganda forever. People get, blood diamonds over there. People getting feet chopped off. They don't see us as America putting their money on that and one over there and ready to throw millions. You know how many millions of dollars I pay by taxpayer dollars for Ukraine? I don't know nobody, you know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it 100. When I straight up, it's a systematic thing to keep the thoughts in your mind in one place. But you see things a certain way. You see it this way. You know what I'm saying? See it for what it is. It is what it is. Uganda, they be getting feet chopped off. They be getting shot off forever. It's genocide in Uganda. Worse than what's going on in Ukraine. That been going on forever. But it all boils down to this. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. That's number one. You know what I mean? Where does the United States interest lie? You know what I mean? In this poor black country over here where these poor people ain't got no money, but we'll take your blood diamonds though. You know what I'm saying? I think deep, man. I think about that. What y'all think about that? Why the hell? What is it me? Am I just making this stuff up in my mind? But Uganda been there. Uganda been there way before Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Am I? Like I said, it's all systematic to me, man. It's all a big circle of systematic stuff. You know what I mean? Because
there's interests. There are interests governmentally that we don't know anything about, man. There's all types of deals and side deals made and promises and when we do trade, there's a lot of things built into those deals that we don't get to see or know anything about. You know what I'm saying? And so when you start questioning these things, I think that's what it's speaking to. Like, it's speaking to those things. Right. You just don't know. Like, you don't have the information. So it doesn't make sense. Right? Like, it doesn't make sense. Why would anybody? Why? Like, it's not that easy. Some people think we should just start drilling for oil here in America to offset the cost. But that's because they don't know what OPEC is and how it works. And, you know what I mean? Like all this shit is easy to say, but you have to really know the details of how all the, why do we care about certain countries and not? And, there's, these are, we change command. We're not like other countries. Every 4 years, it's like a new dude in charge. And when the new dude comes in, the first thing he wants to do is make good on campaign promises from donors, right? So you get billionaires to donate money because they want to have interest in these countries, and there's something specific that they don't like about how we deal with these countries. And so, you say, okay, cool. This shit builds up, man. The next guy comes in, and the next guy says, that wasn't my promise. I ain't doing that shit.
Undo it all. Fuck.
You see what I'm saying? You know how many times we go to countries and we give them billions, and then the next president comes, and then we don't give them any more money. You know how often that happens? Happens all the time, dude. Like it's countries whose economy is based on the money we give them, and we're trillions of dollars in debt, right? But we'll shore up an entire economy for another country for a term of presidency. The next president will come in and be like, "Nah, we're not doing that shit."
Cut it.
You don't think that breeds some sort of hate or
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
that systematic hate going on.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. We one of the youngest countries out here, bro. Like we don't have thousands of years behind us like the countries in Asia and stuff like that. Like they make plans generations out. They say, hey, by the year 2080, America gonna be crushed like a little bug because we just gonna keep doing this for years until it finally pushes over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And these
we make plans too. We do the same thing.
We do the same thing, but every 4 years it could change. Like it can like it all changes. Like depending on who's in office. They got this thing, I forget what it's called, but it's like the first 2 weeks of presidency, they bring out a stack of paper and
day one.
Yeah, like he starts signing, he's like undoing everything that the prior president did.
That's the first thing right there, man.
Yeah, like
they did it with Biden and Trump. Like they televised that shit.
Yeah, they like,
bring this big ass stack so we can undo this shit.
Yeah, they say we're getting out of that trade agreement. That's what's in that shit. Like we don't really know what does that mean. We're getting out of that. Like what implications does that carry with it? Like what positive things did we have coming from that we now won't have anymore?
Here's the kicker. You won't know until October.
You won't
because
know until October.
The new economy don't kick in until October.
Right, absolutely. And it takes years a lot of times for a decision from the top to really start manifesting itself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We be over here, overthrowing governments in other countries, fighting proxy wars and all types of shit, man, that we don't know anything about. We don't know anything about it. And they're getting the propaganda on their end about us and how we. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? My man said pulled out of the agreement with China and here came COVID. I mean, it may be something to it.
It's systematic, man. All of it is intertwined in ways.
For sure.
We just don't know.
For sure, bro. Because they tell you you get to choose, but you don't get to choose the choices. You know what I mean? So it's like you really damned if you do and damned if you don't, man. Like it doesn't. It's like a freaking mind game, Chief. Like it's a mind game, man. Clusterfuck, man.
Exactly. I be speaking like that, man. I guess I think a little deeper, man. I be thinking about that. I think all this stuff is systematic, and I think it's deeper than what we see. When we got young men and people acting and shooting up places and doing all these things, some up somewhere deeper. You know what I'm saying? It's just deeper. You know what I mean? It ain't just over here. It's in the Middle East. They doing the same thing. People in search of something. Like, what you in search of? On personal identity.
Yeah, search is somebody to blame for their problems, bro.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, man, when you brought up that thing with the Mandalay Bay shooter, when was the last time they talked about him?
That's been gone.
They ain't said nothing about him.
That's old news. That's old news.
Joker killed 50-something people. You ain't heard nothing else about it.
I just so happen to look over and say, man, that looked just like. Wait a minute, is that the like? It just dawned on me when I looked at. I was like, damn, I couldn't imagine being down here and bullets just start flying like that.
Yeah,
crazy. Crazy. It's not normal. It's normalized now, man.
Hey, ask yourselves this question. Where's Dylan Roof in his court case?
We done moved on.
It was crazy. That's deep. How much was poured behind this? I was at work. I worked with. He came in there. He was He just all into. He's like, yeah, you know, I saw the things that it wasn't good about. Man, this dude was able to walk with weapons and walk past the tank, and the tank got through in water. To me, and everybody else, and he just like this didn't make, you know, like you get shot. If I did that, I'd be dead right now. Everybody in the damn panel right now would have been ooh. They had machine guns sitting on there. They would have shot them down. And he was like, you know, I guess you obviously haven't seen the trial. It's because the law is working a certain way. The laws are systematically been broke for years. Because the laws working a certain kind of way don't mean a goddamn thing. That don't mean
laws for poor people, bro.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Hey, let me tell you,
for real,
that I did as when I was a kid. Number one, I watched the Dukes of Hazzard because I didn't know what the hell a General Lee was. Number two, because I watched Silver Spoons, and I was all in the Silver Spoon. The worst dude ever. People more money. I'm like, what the hell?
They killing me.
The two things I wish I never did was watch the
no comments.
Yeah, Mac.
Don't watch the Silver. I was bamboozled. I was hoodwinked. I was led astray.
Yo.
Hey, I'm ashamed.
Oh
bro.
my God.
Oh damn, that's shameful. But
hey, you know what, Mac? I want to throw one last quick one in here, man. I'm gonna tell you this what really got me, and to piggyback off what Op said. Don't get it mixed up. We talking about messed up white supremacist people, not the good. It's a whole bunch of great white people out there. But I'm gonna tell you, man. You remember when Walter Scott, the dude in Charleston, South Carolina, got shot in the back by the cop. The dude that was selling CDs got choked out, shot on camera. Eric Garner choked out. Choked out for selling Lucy's and stuff. And I got my Facebook and stuff. At that time, it was my first Facebook. And you got these good Christian, white people, my friends or whatever. And I'm like, okay, it got worse and worse and worse. But every time I went to that page, I'm thinking like, okay, I know. Matter of fact, the straw that broke the camel's back was when the AME church, when the 9 people with Dylan Roof, when the 9 people got killed, I was like, okay, let me go to your page now. What are you talking about? I go to that page and I went down, boom, 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 boom. And I see, I cannot wait to go on vacation tomorrow. I can't wait to make this recipe. Oh, I just got a new car and boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay, the conditioning of like, this is these people were in church. So it's like, this shit is running so deep that you're not even going to talk about it. You're not even going to say anything about it. So I was like, okay, I really see what this is and what it's made up of. But then somebody gets an ingrown toenail in Paris and they got a flag on this motherfucker, man. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. I just want to throw that out there, man. It's like the sympathy.
Conditioning has been conditioned. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so that's conditioning. So then what's been systematically happening, like I say, to the youth. What they conditioning? They just conditioned to say, you know what, I don't see what's going on, and I'm just stuck on whatever I'm stuck on, which it seems like video games. I ain't knocking. Everybody play what they want to play, do what they want to do. Video games and nonsensical nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Just that's why I say, it's conditioning on both sides. I think
there's a double standard there, right? Because if a black person were to go on a mass shooting, this person will be ridiculed. They will have done, even if he dies, even if he gets shot by the law, right?
Yeah.
He had some kind of issue in his past There was a history of trouble. They're going to dig up sometime that he got in trouble. They're going to go into everything that he was, but a dead person at that moment when he dies, right? There's going to be some type of story to negate the fact that he was killed.
Yep.
If a white person goes
on
on a mass shooting,
exactly,
he has a mental issue.
Yes.
There were no problems in his home. There were no problems at school. He was he was considered to be a kid that was mostly this is the narrative. He was mostly on his own, didn't bother anybody, stayed to himself, didn't really socialize with a lot of people. He had issues. The double standard comes when you try to shed light on the fact that this guy killed somebody, but he had a mental issue. But if a black person does that shit, they're gonna die on the spot. So let's call a spade a spade.
Yes.
We know what the fuck we're doing, bro. We know what we're doing. You know if someone kills a high population of people, over 10, let's say he goes over 10. So if he kills over 10 people, that is not a fucking mental issue, bro. That's evil. Just like you're gonna call any other person of any other color that does anything like that. It's evil. So call it what it is. Don't try to portray him as someone that had issues or a very troubled soul or whatever you're gonna do to shed light on the fact that he may have had an issue. The issue was he shouldn't have been holding a gun. That's the issue. So that's the issue right there. He shouldn't have been holding the gun. If he was that mentally unstable, don't give the kid a gun. Because you can't even answer the question, well, if he was this bad in the head, why was he allowed to get a gun?
Yeah.
Because that's the problem. That's the issue.
Yeah.
I always come back.
I'm gonna say this.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna just let it go, so y'all can understand what it really is. 3 lions and 2 gazelles had a vote in the name of democracy. You know what they voted for? What was gonna be for dinner? That's
I
where we at. That's where we at. I think that I'm gonna just be honest, man. It's like I think this was a bad subject. I really do. At first, I thought it was a good subject, but I think it's a bad subject. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. When we talk about hip hop, we talk about other things. We can really get deep. We can't really get deep on this subject, man. Can't.
So, what's our responsibility as members of the hip hop community? Maybe that's the question we should be asking ourselves, man.
That's a great question. I tell you what, whatever it is, we don't discuss it on live Facebook. Then we learn. Then we learned from the what was that group that came in 1966? Black Panthers.
Yeah.
Fred Hampton, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. When the Panthers was formed, did they discuss an open? First of all, we didn't have an internet, but was there a meeting where they actually discussed things so the open public know what they was discussing, what was important and what was not important, what was the problem, what was the fix? No, they got infiltrated. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, so here's why I asked the question, because everything works off narratives, right? And so narratives power everything that we do socially. And so obviously, right, because nothing is changing, obviously the current narrative is not working. Like, it don't work, you know. So we have to so I would answer the question that I said as in we have to challenge the narrative as a culture because it ain't working. You know, I'm not saying what the new narrative should be or what we should say, but I'm saying the current one don't work. Like it don't work. So somebody got to challenge the shit. So
Well,
and hip hop and being a rebellious culture that it is, I feel like it's a perfect platform in order to begin undoing. That's not I'm not to say that I'm right about this, but when I approach a situation from saying like, hey, look, you hate your life and you look online and you think everybody else is enjoying their life. That's a fucking problem, man.
That's a problem.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't know how to fix it, but I'm saying as a hip hop community member, that gives to the culture that, hey man, that's a fucking problem. No, really, that's a problem. We gotta chill with the idea, or at least challenge the idea that you're the only one that don't have it together. Because ultimately I'm mature enough to know that that's not true. You're mature enough to know that that's not true. But unfortunately, everybody else that holds this technology in their hand is not necessarily mature enough to know that. That's why I'm asking myself, as a member of the hip hop community, not having the answer, is how should I now approach this? Like in terms of my writing and what I'm doing in the world and the messages that I'm carrying around. Is there anything I can do? Just anything. Is there anything I can do to help people divorce the old narratives that are not working?
Let me answer that, Mark. It is, and I think with the music, I think I'm gonna answer this in two parts. Well, let me first part. I'm gonna answer this. Social media is a tool. Social media is like gold.
Mm-hmm.
Gold can be used for good. Gold can be used for bad. You know what I mean? I know a lot of we live in a so-called Christian country. When you read the Bible, right? Gold was used for good. It was the Ark of Covenant, but it was also used for bad, to make a calf, to make an idol. So social media is like that. Social media can be used for good, like the guy did when he went live and spreading hate and thus potentially inspiring other racist people to do similar things. And it can be used for good. Like some of the stuff we do with the music we do, we put out a message. Hip hop is one of the biggest music, I think, if not the biggest genre of music. So you can put out a message. But I want to put a pin in that. What we talking about, guys? You know what I mean? Let's just take a playbook from our. We all like 40. Let's just take a playbook from our moms and our dads and our grandma. What do they do? Well, let me answer that. Well, before the internet, before social media, you know what they did back in Birmingham in 1950? All the black people, African Americans, they all got together and they said, you know what? We're not going to get on the bus. We're not going to get on the bus. And some of them had to walk 10 miles one way to and back from work, 20 miles on a day-to-day basis to work 8 hours, 10 hours. So they did that. They didn't have the internet. The answer is unity. That's one of our superpowers that we have that we do not use as a people. We don't have unity. Our ancestors and moms and dads and grandmothers, they had far less than us, but they were more powerful people. You know why? Because they had that one thing, unity. When we was growing up in the late 70s, 80s, we still saw that to an extent. We saw that. When you was acting bad, when you were doing something wrong back in 83, 84, and Mr. Lawrence saw you, you knew it was repercussions to that. Mr. Lawrence could come up to you, hey man, what you doing? Boy, I'm gonna tell your mama on you. And depending on where you lived at in the United States of America, that person could discipline you on the spot and then told your mom or told your dad you got discipline in. We don't have that unity.
So you're talking about the people that raised us, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm answering your question as far as what we had. We don't have unity no more. We don't have it.
No. What I'm saying is that what interrupted the culture of that being passed on to us?
What interrupted? Oh man, we know the answer to that. Like
No,
I said, man,
I'm just saying because there was every way you would answer that, it still existed generations prior to us, but they still had unity. Like they still had unity.
yes, they did. But what I'm saying, what I'm saying is they had unity, but somehow I would say between the 80s and the 2000s, that unity was lost. So now it's like, you know what I mean? We don't really have any.
I'm saying why? Like, how would that get deconstructed? Like, how do you reverse engineer?
That's why I said, brother. That's why I said this is a bad subject because you know what I mean. It's just I can tell you why. I can tell you why, but I would rather for this live to go off and call you on the phone and we can get really deep. Because brother, let's keep it 1,000 wild, man, bruh. This land was taken through violence.
Most land on earth was taken through violence.
Yeah,
I'm just talking about this one. I'm just talking about this one.
I'm just it's a human thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're right.
I don't think, you know, and I feel, you know, respectfully, but like to say that it's a bad topic to have, I don't see that as, you know, this is what Pat came
because you got. I get what he's saying.
Actually, this is my idea. I'm the one.
I get what he's saying.
That's just my opinion. I don't think it's a bad topic. He had a topic and we're discussing it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying.
Let me change that. It's not a bad topic. It's a great topic. However, it's not the wise topic to be talking over live stream TV, live stream Facebook. That's what I'm saying. There's things like we was debating about Kendrick Lamar City. We can go deep in that. But the thing is with this, you gotta understand, man, it ain't Rakim told us that. Let's use hip hop. It ain't where you from, it's where you at. Where we at? In the ghetto. You know what I mean? When you was in the ghetto, well, no matter what city you was in, you operated accordingly. Guess what? You do the same thing, but where we at right now, we got to operate accordingly. We can't sit here and talk freely from that. Man, Bobby Seale, Huey Newton, Fred Hampton, they showed us what would happen when you start talking freely about the issues that's going on in the good old US of A. They showed us that. Not saying that it will go to that extreme, but just let's just hypothetically say if we start talking about some real deep, good solutions, what do you think will happen?
Somebody wouldn't like it, you know.
Exactly.
but I will tell you this, man. You know, it has been my belief for some time that the true religion of America is capitalism, bro. And as long as you can make something, as long as you can make something make sense financially, you can get it to move. You can get it to rock.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these answers that people, not us, come up with, they're like too aspirational. You know what I mean? You know, like burying the word nigga and stuff like that. Like it's very nice. It looks good on camera. It's very aspirational. But these young niggas getting money, bro. And if you trying to if you can't make a transition linear for them, it ain't gonna happen. Like they gotta be like they all with not doing the negative, but how do I still get the money and do the positive?
Exactly.
You know, that's why I'm saying, like, as a hip hop community, we have to be strong enough to create that bridge, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? That can make that linear. And that's probably another show. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably another show. So I don't mean to take it that way. I just did. It was brought up, so it made me start thinking about that, man. But I'm gonna just say this, man, and I ain't really gonna say nothing else, man. Like, hey, look, you know, your problems ain't nobody else's fault, man. You know, they're your fault, and they are there for you to deal with and for you to handle. Or if you can't handle them, to look at differently, so you won't feel the same way about them. There's nobody to take out. There's no person to vote for. There's nothing, man. There's you and how you dealing with your shit, and that's all. That's all I'm gonna say, man. And
we had a good question. He said right there, I like Willie to question him, man. You know what I'm saying? Mac said, do y'all find it hard as artists who are trying to educate the world about some issues that need to be addressed. Other
Yes.
artists out there glorifying the bad violence. Said, kind of touched on them, Mark, a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I will say this. As much as y'all hate it, because we talked about this off cam, my heart was so warmed when I heard Kodak Black on Kendrick Lamar. It was so warm.
You're gonna get hot started.
I'm about to jump out my skin. That shit was whack, man. That song was whack as fuck, man. That shit was whack. Kendrick, man, that shit was whack. That song was terrible. The one when he did the poetry, was great. Was phenomenal. That Silent Hill, that shit was whack, man. Come on, man. Y'all know goddamn well me and Pat was singing like that on the song. Y'all would be joking me.
Hey, bro. Hey, listen.
Man, that shit was whack, dog. Man,
that shit rise, my guy.
That shit terrible. Whack.
You get it?
Whack, dog. You know what I mean? I'll tell you what. All right. All right, okay. Everybody think it's the best things to slice cheese. So what I'm gonna do on the next song, I'm gonna do that shit similar, and I'm gonna see what y'all say.
Go ahead.
Hold up, man. Why you gotta be so extreme? Like, why is it so extreme?
Whack, bro.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Hey, you gotta do it like.
I just fuck with the record. Like I just like the record. That's literally where it ends. You know what I'm saying?
Whack.
There's no nowhere else.
Your fault.
Bro, I ain't lying.
Like I fuck with that shit.
Pussy nigga like hood. Pussy nigga like hood.
I be all in my car on that shit. Like
I got a little dance I do with it.
What the hell, man?
Be quiet.
How you go from worldwide steppers to that? How?
Hey.
Terrible.
Man.
I'm all about diversity. Hey, I'm all about that. We done did that. We diversity, do a song, commercial song. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? I would rather listen to Master P make him say hood than that song. Cause at least mystical feeling me and actually riding on that. But this cat,
hey man, hey.
Story, man. He's serious about it. He was in Panama, right? So we in Panama getting ready to perform, right? We ready to get up on and have an open mic. So we on the open mic. The dude like everybody was rapping off and make him say, I got up there, I was like, I'm rapping off this. Everybody like that. I don't even like the song, but I'm gonna rap off and make him say, So I went to rap them off. I did out there, they were going crazy all that. This dude come behind, put the song, He's like, nah, man, you can put on some mob beat. That cat it grew his ass off that damn stage. It was so funny.
What is the bill to hear that shit? Put Master P back on.
He was like, nah.
Put Percy on.
Come on, nah, they're gonna take your ass off the stage. He's serious,
Nah.
You were not doing it.
Oh man.
All right. Hey, check it out. Since Kodak Black verse. Let's go over this. They don't fuck with me even if they could. Pull out the stick, hit a bitch with the wood. First to part Rolls Royce, Burt in the hood. Don't worry about us over here. We good. The AP Roman numeral. Everywhere I go, I need pharmaceuticals. I ran my whole conglomerate. I was mapping shit out.
Look at Mac losing it. Mac losing it, man. Look at it, he losing it, dog.
Suicide poop in the funeral. Track halt launch like a slingshot. Big old ruby diamond on my pinky finger. That bitch look like a ring pop. Come on, man.
Push these niggas on me like who part? That's the part.
Come on, man. We talking about K-Dot, dog. This is K-Dot, man. What the fuck is this bullshit? I'm sorry, man. This is whack, man. Money on my mind, money on your head. Can't rap 3 times. You're coming through the jets. Red Cross, cap a nigga fade. In the studio with K-Dot, fresh out the feds. Yeah, you niggas can't stand the rain. You niggas don't stand the change. Y'all shuffle like candy paint. If I ever rap something like this, y'all would joke me forever.
Yeah.
Of course,
Hey,
because you're not Kodak Black. Like, of
Exactly.
Bruh,
That's
this
it.
is
That's it.
But listen,
Bruh.
listen. As much as you hate that shit,
I got a little dance to the hook.
I know.
Hey, Willie,
I know.
look at what Willie said.
Max
I know.
say he got a little dance, man.
yeah.
Max,
As much as
Will-
you hate that shit,
Willie
Like,
say
I
he got a
gotta
dance,
dance,
man.
hell yeah.
Willie say he
Y'all
got a
on the
dance.
steering wheel.
Bruh,
I couldn't even keep
bruh,
my face.
Be quiet. I'm stressed out.
bruh.
That shit right, bro.
You know, hey, on real talk though, all jokes aside, to me, objective, you know what the best part of this song, the beat?
Yep. I like
Oh
the
yeah,
beat.
the beat hard.
I like the beat.
He
The
said,
beat
yo,
ride.
They riding that motherfucker too, bro.
Hell yeah.
Hey, the beat ride. But I'm sorry. Hey, look, hold up. I'm sorry. I'm old school. I'm a Neanderthal buying so I'm sorry. I'm just go back to the days where the best MCs, they were rated on their rhymes, on the songs. I'm just sorry. I just go back to that. With K-Dot being contemporary now, we throw him in a GOAT conversation, rightfully so. I'm sorry. We can't let that go. We can't let that go.
Hey, man, I'm about to upset you. You ain't upset yet. Watch this.
Handle it.
Hold up. You say we got him in the GOAT conversation. He ain't in the conversation with them niggas no more, bro.
That's for real. For real.
Hey, Mark, we might have to reevaluate that after that damn Silent Hill. That song right there. Look,
Hey,
that
man,
hey, look,
that shit ride,
look.
bro.
Hey,
Look,
you know what?
look.
You know what? Kendrick was bold
Keep
enough
drinking
to
that
make
cheese.
Silent Hill. And there's another artist out here that wrote Summertime. You know what I mean? And didn't want to actually do the record. So
dude.
Now
we know who
hold up,
wrote
though.
Summertime.
Hold up now. Hold up. See, I'm starting to notice a trend. I'm starting to notice a trend with 2 MCs, Jay-Z and Kendrick Lamar. Them the only 2 MCs that's officially, in my, and a lot of hip hop's estimate is in the GOAT sphere, that in that elite. But for some reason, they can do anything on any song, and people they gonna just find the good in it.
That stuff Jay-Z did, I didn't
I
like
can
it.
go back to Jay-Z albums right now and tell you all the garbage. I can go back to them right now and tell you like the trash on them albums, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Real quick. We went from Huey P. Newton, Bobby Seale to Kendrick Lamar. That's a beautiful thing, man. That's a beautiful thing, yo. I love it.
Respect my managerial skills.
That's right, bro. Yes, sir.
Hey, look.
Salute to the manager, goddammit.
You said that
I love
Silent Hill. Hey, when you said Silent Hill, that was a trigger for me.
I love it.
Hey,
I hope they make a
look.
video out of that shit. Like,
DLPM, baby. DLPM, baby.
You said Kodak Black, Silent Hill. Hey, but look, Kodak. Hey, on that poem was nice though. Kodak, it was nice. The poem was nice. Because the poem comes before Silent Hill. So I saw Kodak Black name. I'm already looking like this, like. And then when the poem came on, I was like, oh, okay. So now I'm like in this same mode, okay. And then Silent Hill come on, it's like, I'm like, okay. And then he start rapping, I'm like,
he sound like Kodak Black.
Right.
He look like a ring pop.
He didn't let you
I was
down.
like, oh shit.
Hey, Mark, you right about that. He didn't disappoint me though. You know what I'm saying? You right about that. Hey, K Dot let Nas down. He let Nas down with that song, man.
Oh, bro,
let me-
no.
That's messed up.
That's
No.
it. That's it. That's it.
That song was terrible. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Man,
I was on a roller coaster. I was on a roller coaster with that. Then they come back in. He come back in with another cold song. I'm just looking at the track. I'm like,
So let me ask you a question. Which is whacker? The Blueprint album, Jigga Jigga That Nigga Jigga, or Silent Hill?
There you go.
Which one is worse? That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna have to get back with you on that.
You know.
All of it.
That's unfair. Look, hey, Mark, that's unfair. You know what I'm saying? That's unfair. That song was 20 years old, man. Hey, that song 20 years old, man. We know better now. We do better. Hey, look.
Bro, he had the coldest diss song in the era on that record.
Take over.
The Takeover.
What?
You can't.
Ether took it down though.
I said until.
Ether took it down.
All of them. Uchi Wally.
That's what I'm saying. Like you get
look,
Uchi
hold
Wally.
up, man. Look. Hold up. Time out.
You wasn't grinding on no girl to Uchi Wally in the club. Just say
And
you
owe
was.
me.
Hey, that was a career, Pat. 2001.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look, but check it out though. Check it out. It was a big difference. You know why? I'm gonna tell you the reason why. That was 2 decades ago. Believe it or not, that song dropped in 2001. So how old was Nas when he put that out?
Oh, that ain't no. Oh, come on.
You doing that?
Come on.
Bro, look. Hold up. Wait. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. You remember the first time? Okay, you remember the first time you heard the Purple Tape, right? 95. I was 20. I was 19, 20 years old. Certifiable classic. I was 20 when that came out, 1920. If the Purple Tape come out now, something similar to it, I will rate it like I did Pusha T. We better than that now, man. We can't be coming with that now. That's, you know what I mean? That was great for back then. You know what I mean? That was great. So it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different now. You know what I mean? We got, as hip hoppers, we got much, much higher calculus when it comes to songs. When it comes to rating, it's a lot more stringent now than what it was 20, 30 years ago, man. You know what I mean? We can't come out with that. That's why we held Pusha T to the fire.
Give me an example of some fun hip hop from today that you like. That's a lot of beard stroking, bro.
Hey, look. Hey, look.
I'm gonna give you one.
Hold on.
Hold up. I'm gonna give you some fun hip hop I like. With my man Fresh Montana. Pop that.
Okay, which is worse, Pop That or Silent Hill?
He's down the caliber MC.
I'm starting to think that you don't qualify to rate fun hip hop records. I'm starting.
Hey, look. Oh, okay. Look, I tell you what. You know. Hey, I got one. I like Pop Smoke.
Okay.
I like Pop Smoke. What are you talking about?
Now, hold up. Let me say this. To me, Pop Smoke, he did that drill music. You know what I mean? That now Pop Smoke is not in the category of a GOAT status. So to me, when you're not in the category of a GOAT status or a super elite MC, you have a lot more leeway to do certain things. Like I like the Pop Smoke, Mo 3. A lot of those rappers, they was, you know what I mean, they was doing the southern thing. You remember what was the dude named? Future. He was on the thing with the Wave guys. Him and what's the dude? What dude? Light skinned dude, Montana, French Montana. They had the CD they had called Wave Guys. There was a lot of songs on that I like, but none of those guys was GOAT status MCs, so they got a lot of leeway to play with.
GOAT status MCs can't make fun records.
They can.
That's what I'm saying. Give me the example one in the last 5 years.
Okay, GOAT status fun MC, fun songs. Let me see. For the last 5 years. Okay, I put it to you this way. K-Dot, when he did the drink on Mad Kid, Good Kid, Mad City,
that's
he
like,
did.
That's like 10 years ago.
I'm saying like last.
Well, shit. I was just giving that example. You know what I'm saying? That's just one that came to my head.
So did you like Be Humble? Did you like Be Humble? Damn.
I like to be humble.
Oh, Kunta. How about Kunta? You like Kunta?
Huh?
That
I like
Kunta. You like the Kunta song?
King Kunta.
King Kunta.
That was decent. I liked it.
I thought it was dope.
I liked it. That one. Let me see. Hell, y'all give me some names. Shit, y'all give me some.
Hey, Mark. What you say? Fun. What? You said fun. What? Can
GOAT level MCs doing fun right?
Yeah, fun right. You just coined something like we can say now, like the fun
Rakim, I ain't no joke. Rakim, I ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, they was like 5 years away from saying "sucker" when that record came out, bro.
Yo, man, I was a little boy, man.
I feel. You know what though, man. I feel you though, man. I feel because I'm still a purist too, but I lean certain ways. But I know what you're saying. Like it's certain shit that just not gonna fly. You know what I'm saying? So I totally get you, man.
You could, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, that was let me see.
Big pimping. All right, Willie said big pimping. Willie said big pimping.
Okay, big pimping. That was
Don't
like I
act
said.
like you wasn't doing the Dame Dash dance, bro.
Everybody that was a decent.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I think Pimp C's verse stands out more than the whole record to me. Yeah. I think and it was basic. I think Pimp C's verse stands out the best in that record to me.
I'm looking like I'm more of a skewed on the Barbie with Outkast, you know what I'm saying? Some ATL, you know what I mean? ATL. No. I'm more like that, you know what I'm saying? That is, you know what I mean?
So
did y'all like Raekwon's verse on that?
Nothing
skewed on the Barbie.
Did y'all like Raekwon's verse on that? I like Big. I like Big. Hey, great.
Hey, look, I gotta tell y'all the truth. I don't know what the fuck Ray was talking about. I don't know what he was saying on it. It just sounded good. I don't know what the hell. Y'all know
I didn't care for this verse, man. I like other cats, man.
With the song with J. Cole and the Baby. What's the name of it?
Cool.
On the last album, J. Cole did. I love that song. The one with him and who's on that?
Lil Baby?
It's the Baby. It's the Baby.
I ain't heard a song with J. Cole and the Baby on it.
Me neither.
The Baby. I like the Baby. I like the one song. I like the one track he did with the Jabberwocky. He had the video. That was riding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was riding. But he ain't no GOAT MC though. He ain't no GOAT MC.
Y'all gonna make me have to go in here, man. I mean,
hey, J. Cole. Hey, Mark. When J. Cole did the song with El Varner, that song was nice. I like that. Yeah. That was a little dance track. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick.
But look,
that Shireen was nice.
And look, Op is opening up in this motherfucker, y'all. That's what family is for, man. That's what we got to open up. God damn it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
But how dare Kendrick put out push these niggas off me like hood?
You never heard other songs?
Yeah.
You never heard Under the Sun?
Who album is that on?
Dreamville.
Oh, it's on the Dreamville. Because I ain't get past track 4 on that album. That's why.
I'm playing it right here. You never heard this?
Oh yeah, I have heard that. They got a video for it. They got a video
for the last 5 years.
They got a video.
My favorite last 5 years.
Yeah, they got a video for that record. I know what it is.
Yeah. That's rock. Oh my God, boy. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I like if you rhyme it and you really doing something that's fun, I like that kind of stuff. But I don't know, man. I'm kind of with some things, man. You got to be on something. I just can't listen to everything. And I have listened to Kodak Black. I give everybody an opportunity. I listen to anybody album that come out. I go to the channel, just listen to folk. I like everybody though. I ain't gonna lie.
I think the dope thing though, man, is like being open. Like we know, like this group of cats right here, even though we talked about songs that everybody didn't agree on, this group of cats, like I believe that we're open to different things, and we know what we like. We know what we like. We know what goes to the soul. But every now and then you catch that damn like I say for myself, snap your fingers, do your step. Like that shit, that shit rides for me. I love Sean Paul from the Youngbloods. I love how he delivers the shit.
You guys don't owe any explanation for being black, rhythmic, and sexual, and getting your chakra hit in just the right place at the right time. Like you don't owe anybody no excuse for feeling good with a drink in your hand to a nice beat and a nice melody. Like you black, bro. Like some music gonna hit you a certain way, bro. Like it just is what it is.
Facts.
That's walking through soft hip hop porn right there. What it sounds like soft hip hop porn.
That's it, bro. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, I gotta bring y'all back around, man. Y'all don't get all the way over right. So you know what I'm saying? We're gonna end this day like this. So I got the song coming out tomorrow. So
play the video. Play the video.
Hold on.
Yeah. Before the song come out, I gotta ask y'all. So now tomorrow is the anniversary of the murder of George Floyd. So with that, what do you if anything has changed? Have we learned anything from what happened to George Floyd? I think I know the answer to most of y'all, but I'm really wanting to hear what y'all saying. Has anything changed? What have we learned? Is anything different from what happened a year ago? Y'all think we're in the same place we were? You think it will change? And that's a bunch of questions in one, but I think we're gonna ride it out, we're gonna finish it out. We should finish it out with that. That's a big question.
Yeah. I think that the world, unfortunately, because of his demise, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, because of his demise, the world is way more aware because it happened. And I've been saying this for a long time. I'm very thankful for social media and camera phones. Social media and camera phones allowed for even the skeptic to be like, that doesn't happen. The police doesn't do that, or they don't do that. They actually got to see a man being killed on camera. And trust me, that's the powers of social media that works in a great way. Social media can be terrible in a great way too. But if they could do it all, if the powers that be could do it all over again, they would have not let that video get out. So I think the world is a lot more aware. I'm not saying that it's more safe, but it's a lot more aware, and I think it's different. I think it's different, way different, and because of that horrific situation that happened on camera that changed that changed the world, or at least put it in motion to change. Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it was this generation's Rodney King take. for sure.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, that's how I saw it. Things changed after Rodney King, and I think some things changed after this too. Even if on the low end, it just brought an awareness that just wasn't there prior. You know what I mean? Like it was there. It was in everybody's face. It was in all the water cooler conversations. It was inescapable, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So because it was inescapable, people had to try to reckon with it in some kind of way. So there was a real national conversation about police brutality that we just wasn't having. We just weren't having the conversation the way we had it post George Floyd. That's all I'm saying. You know, that's what I think its impact was. Has anything changed?
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure it has, but maybe not in a way that we see it. You know, I'm sure that well, I'm not sure, but I would like to think that policing within the police had to have shifted some, right? Even if just to avoid the bad PR going forward. You know what I mean? Like it shifted is all I'm saying, you know. But fundamentally, like to the heart of man, I could never speak for that.
How about you, Black?
It's hard for me to say if anything has changed. Because on one hand you had police finally getting locked up behind a murder, right? So there was a little bit of progress on that. Did it curve anything? It remains to be seen because we still got to live through some times, bro. Like it's not inevitable, but it is still possible. We were at a point where it was damn near inevitable, you know. So has things changed? I can't really say they have, but I can't really say it's the same either. You know what I mean? So we just got to keep living, and hopefully these things, if they do happen, we get more justice out of it, and hopefully the people are willing to push that needle. But again, it's really on the people to let their voices be heard when things like that happen, and speak up and ask people to be held accountable. And the real narrative of that is what Op said earlier: unity. Like we have to be united on a front to where if this stuff happens, you know, we can speak out and let our voices be heard and things get done. And only until then will it probably won't go away, but it'll be at a point where, you know, if it happens, we can expect justice. So that's my 2 cents.
So what you got? Smitty, you ain't went yet. What you got, Smitty?
I went first.
You went. Okay, so you went. So what's the deal? What you think?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I've seen. I'm gonna tell you what I think and tell you what I've seen. When that incident happened, I saw one cop do that, right, to George Floyd. But you know what else I also saw that a lot of people don't say nothing about? I saw 3 other cops stand by and just let them do it. I saw 3 other cops stand by and let them do it. And then, they moved on. They moved on with prosecuting the one cop that did it, but the other 3 cops, they just stood by. And I know this. That one cop that got prosecuted, he committed a crime. And I know this. If me, Smitty, Pat, and Mark, and if I killed somebody and those other 3 individuals was in the car with me while we robbed the bank and they didn't do nothing, they didn't call nothing, you know what's going to happen to Mark, Smitty, and Pat? So with that being said, I think I think it just made the blue wall of silence stronger. I just think it made it stronger because we all know 100% of the police force they're not thinking to do things like they're not. But we do know there's a vast majority when stuff happens, there's a tendency to cover up. There's a tendency to cover up. And I'm gonna tell you what else I saw: objectivity in favor of the cops. Now since that happened, I have seen on 2 occasions where one cop was doing some foul stuff and another cop that was there checked him and arrested him. I've seen that.
Yeah,
I've seen that twice. Since George Floyd, I've seen that twice. So I'm gonna say this: I hope and I pray that those are not the exceptions; those not the outliers. I hope that George Floyd incident has started making cops to start doing it. And I think that if there is a change, and we start, if we just see a 10% change, I think that would start making things a lot more favorable for the police force, because it's a reason why nobody never made a song called F the Fire Department. It's a reason for that. It's a reason for that. And I think that if we start seeing stuff like that, where we see cops using excessive force and cops there on the spot, corrected, and even to the point arresting them for committing crimes like that, or even to the point where you see a guy behind, he's already apprehended, and you see roughhousing, you see the cop come and check that. I think that would start a positive change in the communities, and especially it'd be great to start instilling trust from the community to the police force. But like I said, I gotta tell you what I saw, because I gotta cut it down the middle. But I think it just made the blue wall of silence stronger. The individuals that is doing it, it made them a little bit more clever about what they do when they on duty. And the cops that's not doing it, I think that it probably made them, the majority, 50% or more, it probably made them a little bit more apprehensive to not say anything when they are seeing things wrong. But shout out to the two cops that I've seen check, and even on one occasion, he actually arrested the cop. So good stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Good stuff, man. I think it's been a few changes here and there, man. You know what I mean? Like he said, those are some major changes. I think some of it still, like what Mark was saying about the guy that was shooting out the window in Las Vegas. Like, what happened? You know what I mean? What happened to the legislation? What happened to all this? We're gonna reform some of the police departments. It's just like, I look at the police. I look at that situation like this. Somebody that was a racist back in 1960. They still living today. What happened to them? They ain't died. They still live. They still right there. Just because they ain't saying nothing, don't mean they don't exist. So that it's still there. I know there's a lot of changes going on. I wish there was more, more legislation in place to try and put a stop to some of this stuff. But no, that ain't probably never gonna happen. It's probably never gonna happen. The other thing I wish on the music, and bring it back to hip hop, this is a salute. I wish we had more protest music, man. I mean, I know ain't no money on it right now, man, but I think to myself, like, man, they made money off of that, off of the 60s. They made money off of it, all through the 60s when stuff was going on. You know what I mean? It's all about how we got to change the narrative and stop letting certain people. I think who said it best? It was DJ Premier. In the moments on the album Moments of Proof of Truth. We got to stop letting other people dictate how how our culture and what we do does. We got to change that. I wish it was a way. I wish I knew the answer. All I can do is just keep doing the music I know how to do, and the music I like to do is just keep doing it, and hopefully maybe it'll touch one person. Like Pop said, that one person. I sparked the seed that sparked another seed. That's the reason I keep doing it. But I wish it was more protest music, man. I wish they would just do it for a minute and then stop doing it, because that carries a lot of weight too, man. Hip hop is the #1 music in the world. We have power. It's strength. Like I said, our little thread, I'm talking about strength in numbers, man. There's power. Why we don't own our own stuff? I mean, why we not dictating what is listened to and what we want to do? We got right now. We got what 5 talented brothers right now on this damn screen right now, with the powers that be dictate what we do and how we do it. And I just don't understand that, man. I understand how we so powerful, we make all this money, and other people telling us what to do.
Yeah. Hey Pat. Hey Pat.
Yeah.
Hey Pat. I want to throw this to everybody in the room. I just got a breaking news thing. It's a collaboration album coming out soon with Rakim and KRS-One called GOAT Status. GOAT Status. Executive produced by 21 Savage and Kodak Black. I'm done.
Everybody leave.
Hey man, hey look, you made me spill my yak for real.
I'm sorry, bro.
Hey, you made me spill my yak with that.
I'm sorry. I thought long and hard about that. I'm like, you know what? This has been an incredible podcast, like one of the best.
What a way! What a way!
And I was like, man, I had to say it, man. But yeah, man. But man, this has been beautiful, man. This is brotherhood right here.
I got 2 songs in the last 5 years.
Hey man,
what's up, Mark?
Play the music video, man.
Oh yeah, the video. Yeah. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but we don't have to spill no drinks.
Hey, look, I literally spilled my yak when you said that, man. It's all on the floor, man.
I'm sorry, man. When I see you, I got you, bro.
Hey, Mark,
trust me.
Yo, I told you, you said the last 5 years, I got the second one.
What is it?
21 Savage, a lot.
Hey, I love that joint.
All right,
y'all ready?
Yeah,
play us in, Chief.
All right, this is my new single. If you stayed on here long enough to hear it, here it is. If not, you gotta wait till 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow.
There you go.
Hey, Mark. Mark.
There you go.
Huh?
Hey, Pat, hold up before you play. Let me say this to Mark. Hey, Mark. Never mind. Video.
Conscious rhyme.
I don't hear nothing. Is it playing?
No, I don't hear nothing either.
Can't hear it for some reason.
It's a whole muted. I muted mine. Black, you control it.
Hold on. Technical difficulties.
See?
Hold on.
Oh, you Black. You gotta do a lot of cutting, a lot of editing.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Hey, you better get what you was gonna say, Mark, real quick.
Oh no, I was gonna hit him back up on that on another video, the one track that me and Quest did. I never got back with him with that. It was about a few months ago.
You muted.
I was supposed to shoot your guy Denard video, man. He messed his foot up.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Damn.
Huh?
You said you was gonna shoot Denard video?
Yeah, but he got hurt, so we didn't.
Okay.
That's my man. He country loving to the fullest.
Good dude, man.
I call that cat. You know what I'm saying? What's that? Clarence Carr. He Clarence Carr hip hop. He got his own little lane.
Oh, you talking about Denard?
He got his own little lane. He Clarence Carr hip hop.
Ain't he from the Chi?
No, he from South Carolina, man.
Oh, South Cat.
South Cat Black.
All right, let me know if y'all hear this. Because I'm in my headphones and Yay, nay?
We can't hear it. You think I could do it from here?
Yeah, you can do it from there.
I hope you just did. Struggling over there, Black. It's worth the wait.
Because it's fire.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, I'm very happy. Hey, trust me. Those who have seen have liked, so I'm all in.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man. You did a good job. He saw the vision. Yeah, it's probably be the most I put behind something until I drop the album. And I might put a little bit behind that. That'd be pretty much it.
So what? I know George Floyd was the motivation. So what we expecting to hear out of it?
This song?
Yeah.
Hey man, you know, it's just I want to touch on a whole bunch of different emotions that people were feeling during that time, and they still kind of feel it. So I mean, because like I said, something changed. We ain't got no protest music, so I want to make protest music.
Huh.
You expect to hear dopeness. That's what you expect to hear.
The story behind it, before Mark played, the story behind it is that my girl, her son, was coming out of jail. And so he was like, man, make me a beat. So I say, bet. So I made him a beat. I made this. I started making a little young boy beat. I'm going to put the little beat, you know what I'm saying? I put it together. So I made the beat, gave him the beat. He never do nothing with it. So I was like, man, this beat, as I sat with it on a daily basis, I said, man, this beat kind of hard. I think I could rap this. But what would happen if, you know what I'm saying? What would have happened if Conscious Rhyme got on this beat? And I just made it my own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
It was originally made for a 21-year-old.
Dopeness. Hey, y'all gonna have to send me some tracks or some Ghost Status. You know what I mean? Ghost Status with Cassius is like laying their head back. You know what I mean?
Started Uchiwali.
Hey, that was my jam right there. Hey, look.
I know Mark didn't say, hey, I know y'all was doing Uchiwali. You was in the club with your girl.
Yeah,
no,
he right. He right. I was in the club. I was in that one little club off in Osan, Korea, right outside the gate. That Uchiwali came on. Uchiwali. I was like, what's this? And I heard Nas. Look, I heard, hey, look, Mark. I heard Nas was spitting on there when the song came on. I was mad, but I had to compose myself because the girl came up on me like this.
That's what this song for.
I think somebody got to let it in because it's.
I got you.
Okay.
Being a black man in America
Here you go.
isn't easy. The hunt is on. And you're the prey.
He put his knee on his neck. I know. You ready? I've been ready. Let's do it. You struck the match and the fuse lit. I'm tired of the lies and the bullshit. I go hard and I can't quit. I won't stand and I won't sit. I took a knee for America. I served some die for America. The land of the slaves and the brave. They on the hunt, and we the prey. Ready for war with a full clip. Yeah, I'm pissed and I'm mad as fuck. No more peace, no more justice. No more lies, I'm disgusted. There go the stove just bust in. 10 more dudes that just rushed in. This ain't the land of the free. The home of the brave don't give a damn about me. Yo, I ain't right, but they wrong. And they just fuel for this song. They wanna kill black folk till we gone. Another church, another black man born. Reverend Al, how you deal with this shit? Black lives matter, but the cops never quit. March in the street, but it still don't fit. Let's do it for the hood and my young little jits. Yo, you struck the match and the fuse lit. I'm tired of the lies and the bullshit. I go hard and I can't quit. I won't stand and I won't sit. I took a knee for America. I served some die for America. The land of the slaves and the brave. They on the hunt and we the prey. Dark days, dark nights. I know it's getting hard, but we still gotta fight. I can see the tunnel at the end, there's a light. Try to separate, but we still trump tight. Divided, they conquer, they woke up this monster. They want us to fall to our knees, but we stronger. The fruit is not strange, just changed to a hunger for justice and peace. We just wanna eat, live and be prosperous. No riots, no cop killers, gangsters and drug dealers. When will it cease? We only see victory, never defeat. They will not win, cause we are not weak. The freedom of speech from Brooklyn to Cali, London, Atlanta, Miami, South Beach. Revolution is televised, we in the street. Corona can't stop us, cause we can't be beat. Yo, we struck the match and the fuse lit. I'm tired of the lies and the bullshit. I go hard and I can't quit. I won't stand and I won't sit. I took a knee for America. I served some die for America. The land of the slaves and the brave. They on the hunt and we the prey. Too much blood in the street. Cried for his mama, was murdered with a knee. Defense of a man, united we stand. Qualified immunity, remember certain plan. Through caves of America, the home of the clan. You know what the plan is, no hope, no advantage. The seed has been planted, your wish is not granted. I think you should panic, be mad and be frantic. Resolution is amplified, you have been ill-advised. Justice, no peace, accept your defeat. I'm black and I'm proud, come kneel at my feet. We kings and we queens, there is no retreat. We're here and be ready, we faster than Eddie. Toss you like spaghetti, you sad and you petty. So unnecessary, I'm rocking them steady. We woken, we deadly, sincere in this belly. Yo, we struck the match and the fuse lit. I'm tired of the lies and the bullshit. I go hard and I can't quit. I won't stand and I won't sit. I took a knee for America. I served some die for America. The land of the slaves and the brave. They on the hunt and we the prey.
The police the same way. They put their club upside your head and then turn around and accuse you of attacking them. Every case of police brutality against a Negro follows the same pattern. They attack you, bust you all upside your mouth, and then take you to court and charge you with assault. What kind of democracy is that? What kind of freedom is that?
Yo, we struck the match and the fuse lit. I'm tired of the lies and the bullshit. I go hard and I can't quit. I won't stand and I won't sit. I took a knee for America. I served some die for America. The land of the slaves and the brave. They on the hunt and we the prey.
Like I said, it was funny like that in the hood sometimes. I mean, you never knew what was gonna happen or when.
Yeah. Hey, what's your verdict?
Oh, you muted, E.
Oh man, wow, bro. Woo! Oh, beautiful, y'all. Beautiful, y'all. Salute. No pun intended. God damn.
I get it.
Excellent, man. Excellent, bro. Excellent.
Yo.
Wow.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
You got it with that one.
And you rolling, you rolling on that track too, Pat. You rolling, dog.
Yeah.
You gave him something else. That flow, man.
Yeah,
hell
man.
yeah. The video
and
off the
visuals added to that too. Good shit.
Yes.
Good shit
Yes.
all around.
Yes.
Yeah,
Excellent, man. Excellent.
Excellent,
Bro. Excellent. Excellent.
Good shit all around, bro. That was excellent.
Yes.
So I'm gonna stay up tonight. And I'm gonna wait until this drops, and then I'm buying it and I'm adding it to my playlist.
Hey man,
there you go.
I appreciate that. That's love, man. Hey man, I tell you, man. For a 21-year-old, and I was like, man, I think I could rap off of this. I just get
Nah, man, excellent.
You
excellent
nice with
content.
it. Forever
excellent
nice
content.
Yeah.
Delivery was good.
Yes.
Beat fire. I mean, that ain't
Yes.
too much more you can ask for, man.
Absolutely
Straight
not.
up. Yeah.
I gotta go. I love y'all.
Hey,
my guys.
Hey man, what's up, bro? Hey, thank y'all for tuning in.
Hey, Mark, I'm gonna call you tomorrow, man.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna call you tomorrow.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all,
All
man.
right.
Here we out. 7:00 tomorrow. The parade.
Hey, Pat.
Huh?
Hey, before you go, I just had one of those conniption, a purgatory conniption. Before Mark got off. He asked the question, "What do you do?" And it just hit me when I was watching your video. It just hit me. You remember? I remember. I don't know if y'all saw. Jay-Z was giving an interview. Jay-Z was being interviewed, and he was telling all the Rock about 50 Cent. And he said, "Yo," he told him. He said, "Hey," he said he told Meek and all of them on his camp. He said, "Hey man, just flood the market." He's like, "Flood the market. 50 Cent is coming." He said, "Go put." He's like, "Flood the market," and it just hit me. I was thinking, Pat, to answer Mark's question. I was like, man, me and you, we got so many songs where we talking about things of substance. Probably about 95% of our catalog is something. I was just thinking, man, it was like, we should just flood the market, man. Just flood the market and start doing new songs and start doing like videos of songs, old songs. Like I was just watching The Prey and I was just thinking like, we did real. We could do a video for real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We could do a video.
Why not?
We could do a video for United Stands.
We can.
Yes.
We can do a video for whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, it's like, that's what we should do, Pat. It's perfect. We should just flood the market, man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We can do, I'm always down. You know what I'm saying? I rhyme for fee or free.
Yeah. Look, because it ain't no such thing as an old song because everybody ain't heard it.
Right. And
do it.
And the thing is, you know what's so funny? It's like, because of the way the hip hop is and how the sound of hip hop, I heard, okay, what was the name of that one track on Kendrick Lamar? Was it Die Hard?
Die Hard.
Die Hard. Now, here's the thing. Now, for me, for that song, it was like, I heard, I was like, okay. But you know what's so funny? It was like, me and Pat got songs that give that feel that we did 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That nobody never heard.
There you go.
Drop it.
You got albums.
Drop it, man. Drop it.
Drop it. So funny.
Yeah. Just do it.
Shit, I'm trying to get out there, Atlanta. I got a couple videos I got to do.
I was just thinking, Pat. I was like,
yeah.
I said we should just go on a campaign, just like we should just go on a campaign like nobody. We should go on a campaign, Pat. We'll have to talk. That's why I wanted to talk to Mark. We should go on a campaign like we have never done with Purgatory before, with videos. Like we should get Mark. We should get with Mark and do some kind of like 12 contract videos where we paying him like the money up front to do like 12 videos within a year. And just flood. This will be our contribution to all the shit that's going on, because it's like, man, I'm the type of person, I get tired of talking. That's why I was like, man, we've been saying this shit. And I just thought about it like what Mark said, like we got the talent, we got social media, we got Mark doing the videos. You know what I mean? Me and Pat, we you know what I mean, we always been putting money in our shit going back to the 90s. Yeah, me and Pat was dropping $2,000-3,000 on video on a goddamn keyboard back in the late 90s when nobody was doing that. You know what I mean? So I was just thinking that, Pat, what do you think about that? I want you to think about that, because you just put out this video. This video means something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You want the protest music, but sometimes, hell, you want the protest music to come back. Why don't you just go back to the protest music and put people on it? Go back to X-Clan. Go back to Jungle Brothers. Go back to Public Enemy.
There you go. That I was thinking. Look, I was thinking the same thing what Mac just did. Like straight up. Now, not saying that y'all didn't have that before, but now you damn sure you got a family. Whatever you need. Mac need to come in there. Oh, let me write something and get in and whatever. If you need vocals, everything is right here. Everything is.
We can just do new stuff. We already did it. We could just, like you said, we could do the new stuff and we could do the old stuff.
Whatever you need. We here.
We here. Hey, Pat, think about this. Pat, think about this.
You came to my mom's house and I started playing beats.
What?
Smitty, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh yeah.
You know how long I've been holding on to them beats for this man right here?
There you go.
Don't tell nobody.
Oh, he got some stuff.
I was playing beats for them cats. I said it's the purgatory. Now they me like.
Let me tell you something. This cat think he Russia in 80s stockpiling nuclear missiles. He don't even know that I do the same thing with rhymes. I do the same thing. When you stockpiling beats, I stockpile rhymes you ain't even never heard before. Now what?
Hey man, announcements are overrated.
There you go. Let's get busy.
Friend.
I love it. It's going down, y'all. It's going down.
Y'all want to hear what I said? I said I'm gonna make a remix to the Pray. I'm gonna put MRK on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to be in.
Well, hell, he can't be on there without me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What kind of monkey business we got going on now here?
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Hey man. Hey yo, this is beautiful, man. Hey yo, we going like 2 hours and 16 minutes strong, man. This is deep, bro. This is
you
deep.
You see one on here, the number 2 person is Cat. She watched me. She looked at this sucker. She said, "Where is he at?" I'm looking at him right now. I'm saying, right there. Like she on here somewhere talking to me like, it's 2 hours.
Doing what we love, man. Doing what we love.
Hey, Pat, I'm gonna call you tomorrow so we can lay that out. I'm serious. We do a video. We could do a video. We could do a video a month. Do a video a month. We drop a video a month.
He ready.
You know what I'm saying? You understand nothing but a word. I've been waiting on purgatory for a minute. I've been sitting here like, what's up?
Purgatory like Holy's comment. It only come like every 75 years. You know what I mean? Purgatory like Holy's comment. You know what I mean?
Hey, I just get on solo to keep the music flowing, dog. You know what I'm saying? I've been waiting on purgatory anytime.
Look, I'm trying to tell you that'll be that. That's the contribution right there.
Yeah. Man, let me out here. I need to go to bed, y'all. I gotta get up in the morning. I got a whole exercise I gotta run tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call. Hey Pat, I'm gonna call you tomorrow.
Man, hit me up, man. Hey, so this has been a salute. I appreciate everybody stopping through. I'm sure Black to cut the hell out of this. You ain't gonna hear none of how to end this, but hey, it is.
We're gonna condense this.
Hey, really, thank you so much, Mac. Mac been commenting like crazy. Everybody that commented tonight, I probably got the most comments I ever had on here. So I hope everybody enjoyed. So you know, what I'm saying, it's been a good episode.
Hell yeah,
great man, great.
All right, peace, brothers.
Yeah, we good. We good, man. We good. Peace.